Welcome back to the Arkitect Fitness YouTube channel. My name is Tony, and in this video, I'm going to go over 10 tips that you can use to maximize your gym membership. Now, this video is geared towards members of Arkitect Fitness, but if you go to another gym, most of these tips still apply. So let's jump right into it. And tip number 1 is just show up and use the gym membership. It's true, simply paying us money every month will not get you into great shape. You actually have to come in, and you also have to come in consistently. Consistency is the most important part of any training program. In fact, a kind of okay program done consistently will yield better results than a great program done inconsistently. Now, we tell people a minimum of twice a week, but ideally 3 to 4 times a week is the best way to get results. You don't have to exercise every single day, but showing up consistently and using the gym membership is the best way to get the most out of it. Okay, tip number 2, and that is trust the process. And what does that mean? Well, you should always do your homework before starting at a new gym or working with a new coach. But if you do your homework and it looks like that gym or that coach is getting great results and you sign up to work with them, and then the program doesn't look exactly like what you thought it would look like, trust that they know what they're doing and give it a fair shake by training consistently for a minimum of 30, but probably hopefully more 90 days before you make any really harsh judgments about that. And if you don't trust the process and you're constantly manipulating the program as far as maybe adding things in or taking things out, you're not really doing the program. And we've seen this happen where people manipulate what we've given them, and then when they don't get the results that they want, they kind of blame the coach or the gym. That's not ideal for either party. You're paying the coaches and the facility for a reason. Give them an honest try. Be consistent for 30 to 90 days before you go start changing things. And if there are things you want to change, make sure you communicate with the coaches about what you want to do. Number 3, pay attention to your nutrition. Most people think they have a good idea of what healthy nutrition really is like. A lot of times they're misinformed, so make sure you ask either us or the coach that you're working with. But if you are simply working out and not making any nutritional changes, you probably will not get the results that you want. Exercise is great for creating physical change as far as performance and health markers are concerned. So you can make improvements to your blood pressure, your maximal strength, your endurance, all with only exercise and no nutritional changes. But most people are actually looking for a physique change as far as their body composition. So if you want to reduce body fat or build bigger muscles or have a more firm, toned, and athletic look, you have to pay attention to nutrition. So if you are only exercising and not making nutritional changes, you're only going to see half the results at best. Here at Arkitect Fitness, we have a whole video series on nutrition, as well as our coaches are always available to answer client questions. Starting with the video series is a great way to make sure that you're meeting your nutritional needs to maximize your goals. All right, moving on to tip number 4, and that is to participate in the community. Arkitect Fitness is a boutique-style gym. That means we have a small community. We're not a huge global gym with thousands of members, and we highly encourage members to introduce themselves to one another, and that way you build a better rapport and better relationship with the people that you're sharing the gym with. This leads to better results, better consistency, more motivation, but we also have many other community events as far as clinics on nutrition or exercise. Sometimes we bring in experts in related fields, and we also do fun outings like group hikes and sometimes dinners out and parties. So participate in the community. If you become more engaged in the community, you are more likely to be consistent and get better results. Okay, tip number 5, and that is to ask a lot of questions. Here at Arkitect Fitness, we love when clients ask questions because that shows that they're engaged and they are genuinely interested in the training that they're doing and getting the best results possible. Now, every coach and every gym and every training program has its own lingo and its own way of doing things. So even if you are an experienced gym goer, you might look at some of our programs and be a little bit confused about what exactly we want you to do. Don't assume, don't Google it, don't go online unless you have no other option. But your first option should always be to ask one of the coaches. We can make sure that you understand what it is we want you to do so we can maximize your results. If you're just making assumptions and not doing something correctly, you're not going to get the most out of the program. Now, good coaches are not afraid to answer questions about why they do things the way that they do, and we highly encourage that at Arkitect. We want you to have a fundamental understanding of our process. So if you're training at another gym and your coach shies away from those types of questions or discourages them, that's a little bit suspect, and it might be time to find a new coach. Okay, tip number 6, and that is to read every blog, watch every video, and generally just absorb every piece of content that we put out. And I know that seems like I'm asking a lot because we do put out a lot of content, but I promise all of it is for your own benefit. There's a lot of misinformation out there about fitness and nutrition, so the blog and the YouTube channel and all these resources we share are really to empower you with the correct knowledge so you can get better results. Now, we can't go over everything with you in the gym when we see you in person, because when you're there for that 45 minutes to an hour, the goal is to get an effective workout. And if we're going over some of these broader topics while you're training, we're going to disrupt that. So the best thing you can do is read those blogs, watch these videos, and ask questions about them. I promise it's really for your own benefit, and that's why we do it. Moving on to tip number 7, and that is to communicate with your coaches. If you have an ache or a pain or a bump or a bruise, let us know. If there's an exercise that you really just hate doing or one that you absolutely want to have in your program, let us know. We are pretty smart, we're pretty observant, but we are not mind readers. So you have to fill us in on what's going on in your personal life. Maybe you tweaked your back doing some gardening over the weekend, or maybe you've missed a couple days because you've been sick. Tell us what's going on. We are there to modify your program as necessary and to make sure you get the best results. The program is never set in stone. It is always a work in progress. And the real benefit of having a coach there is to make those adjustments to the program when it's appropriate. Moving on to number 8, and that is to take detailed notes. There is a reason why we give every client a binder, a printed copy of their program, and a pen, and that is so they can take notes about their training. Taking notes might seem tedious, but once you get in the swing of it, it's very easy, and it's super important to getting really good results. Training is all about doing a little bit more this time than you did last time. It's all about that small incremental progress. But you can't do more this time if you don't really know what you did last time. So for example, if you were doing some dumbbell overhead presses with 15 pounds, you would maybe want to try 17.5 or 20 pounds during the next workout. A lot of times when clients don't take notes, they'll ask me how much they should do on an exercise, and I'll ask them how much did you do last time, and they'll say, I don't know. From there, I can only make a best guess. Now, I might guess 15 pounds on that dumbbell overhead press, and you might do it and you might think, yeah, this is fine. But were you really challenging yourself as much as you could be? It's all about taking detailed notes so you can always just do a little bit more every time you go to the gym. It's about that small incremental progress, and that's how you see long-term results. Okay, tip number 9, and that is to bring a friend. Training with a training partner will yield better results because you will be much more consistent. When you have a training partner, you have someone there to push you and you can push them. You are less likely to not show up because you don't want to blow them off. So in general, you'll just get better results. You'll probably also have a little bit more fun because you're not doing it alone. At Arkitect, we have a few things that make it easier for you to bring a friend. The first is we have a $100 referral reward program where if you bring a friend or family member in and they sign up for a contract, you will get up to $100 off of your next month. We've actually had people get almost an entire year's membership at Arkitect for free because they referred so many people. The other thing that we offer is a family discount. So if 2 or more people from a family sign up, they will each get 10% off their monthly dues. Now for our 10th and final tip to maximize your Arkitect Fitness Gym membership, and that is to be patient. Being patient is very important because creating change in your body takes a long time, usually much longer than people want it to. And a saying I say all the time is that you didn't get out of shape overnight, you will not get in shape overnight. It's true that crash diets and fad workouts do not provide long-term, lasting, and legitimate results. The only way to do that is by building consistent habits. We are not what we do once, we are what we do over and over and over again. So, long-term progress is going to take long-term. Being patient is so important to getting to where you want to go. And what I ask people all the time when they are impatient is, would you rather get your results later than you want or not at all? Because if you're impatient and you quit, not at all is what's going to be the outcome. So these were 10 tips to maximize your gym membership. I hope that they helped. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please subscribe to this channel for more content on fitness and nutrition. I'm Tony with Arkitect Fitness, and we'll see you next time.